What's going on, Scruffy fam? Here we go again. We got another dude who apparently didn't get enough high school. 26-year-old. Goes back to high school in Nebraska. Now he's charged with a sex offense. Let's get into the story. A 26-year-old man decided to go back to Nebraska high school and blend in with the students. Not only one high school, but he did it to two high schools, one of which he graduated 10 years prior. Using his alias, Zach Heist, whose real name is Zachary Sketch, something like that, pretended to be a 17-year-old junior to enroll at Northwest High School in Lincoln, and then transferred to Southeast High School to commit the alleged crimes. Now, you know what's funny? The security guard said that he's been working there for 10 years, and it's the first time he's ever seen this happen. Now, what I will say is it's probably the first time he's ever seen it happen. But we just had an Asian lady who did it earlier this year. Mr. Zach blended in, pretending to be a 17-year-old high school student. He blended in for 54 days before anybody noticed this in the academic school year 2020 to 2023. Mr. Zach, who is 26, 5'4", and 120 pounds, graduated from Southeast High School in 2015. Police only started investigating on June 1st after they received a tip from a girl who said that he tried to contact them by phone or computer. None of the alleged crimes occurred on school property, but there was a list of suspected victims that they're going to check up on. Zach was arrested on Thursday at a local library for allegedly 2 counts of sexual assault using an electronic device, which would probably be texting or a computer or something like that, and 1 count of sexual trafficking of a minor. Now, the one thing that I'm wondering is, how did Zach Hest, his short name, named Zachary for real, but how did he get into the school, and how did he go to classes, and how did not a teacher realize for 54 days that this dude wasn't in their class? And what do they say? My goodness, I can't believe this happened. So we're going to take some measures so that this will not happen again. Isn't that the same thing they say all the time? I don't believe they take measures. Listen to me. I'm telling you right now. I used to do IT work. Security only has to be in place. Doesn't have to work. Just to let you know. And when something happens, all they have to say is, we found out where the break-in was. We found out where the problem was. We're going to address it. We've made sure that we contacted all the right sources. And we're going to patch up the security holes. Or retrain the people. Or something like that. That's how they get away with it.
26-year-old allegedly enrolled in Nebraska high school and sent sexually explicit text messages to underage students, police say. A 26-year-old man is charged with sex crimes after enrolling in a public school district in Lincoln, Nebraska, where he pretended to be 17, police say. Zachary Scheich was arrested Thursday and faces 2 counts of sexual assault with use of an electronic communication device, which includes any attempt to knowingly solicit, coax, entice or lure a child 16 years or younger to engage in sexual activity, according to the Lincoln Police Department. Scheich is also charged with 1 count of sex trafficking of a minor. Scheich allegedly attended 2 high schools in the Lincoln School District during the last academic year, attending classes for approximately 54 days, police say. The district had been alerted about an individual impersonating a student who had been enrolled under the name of Zach Hess, the Lincoln Police Department said in a written statement. Shaikh was first enrolled at Northwest High School during the first semester of the 2022-2023 academic year and then transferred to Southeast High School during the second semester, police noted in the statement. During a news conference Friday, Lincoln Public Schools Superintendent Paul Gaussman said Shaikh had enrolled by submitting a birth certificate, an out-of-district high school transcript and immunization records. All those documents turned out to be fraudulent, said Gaussman. The documents were submitted to the school online without a parent present, Associate Superintendent Matt Larson said. The online enrollment process is something we are considering changing, he said. An arrest warrant obtained by CNN affiliate Colne says police gained access to Shaikh's cell phone during a search of his home and found text messages exchanged between Shaikh and minor females. Police found sexually explicit messages sent to a 14-year-old female student, they said. Shaikh also allegedly texted a 13-year-old girl to discuss meeting up for sex. During an interview with authorities, Shaikh allegedly admitted to pretending to be a student at the school and sending explicit messages to children but said he did not sexually assault any of them. We've identified a number of people who are victims, Superintendent Gaussman said, but declined to give an exact number. Bond for Shaikh was set at $250,000 during a court hearing Friday, Colne reported. Shaikh did not enter a plea and did not have an attorney. CNN reached out to the public defender's office for comment Friday.
Now, the minimum requirements for enrolling in public school are a birth certificate, immunization records, and transcripts. But Zach, he allegedly faked everything. State law prohibits them from adding any more requirements to go to school, so they strictly enforce those. Mr. Zach, or as he would like to be called, began attending Northwest on October 20th, then transferred to Southwest on January 12th, was also scheduled to attend summer school. He didn't show up though. Wonder why. Get this, the school's spokesperson had the nerve to say the attendance was spotty. What, he didn't show up for school? He wasn't supposed to be there. His attendance should have been 0. Now this here speaks to another problem. They said it was hard to identify him because of the staff turnover, all the teachers that are quitting. So that's another video in itself. But check this out. Are we serious? The staff turnover, and because there's always new staff and he graduated 10 years ago, made it difficult for officials to recognize him. I don't know. When I was in school, they did a thing called roll call. Right? They counted out who was in the class, made you raise your hand. Teacher got to know you. And tell me after 54 days, the teacher doesn't know that you shouldn't be in the class. They don't have a roster that has names on it. All that stuff. No. Didn't realize that there was one extra kid in your class? Never?